Good afternoon, my name is Jim Conlan and welcome to the latest edition of our Cult Classic series, looking at iconic TV series that have left a mark throughout the decades in terms of TV series. Everything from the 80s to the 90s to the noughties to the late 21st century. We're looking at TV series in this, especially this month. Our feature is the one and only Gotham. It looks at the Bruce Wayne character, the early days of Bruce Wayne, his foundation. It looks also at Gotham and a young James Gordon, a young Gotham. It looks at the rise of the young characters like Penguin, Riddler, Joker, how they came about. So all this month we're speaking to cast members of the iconic TV series. And today I'm delighted to be joined by an actress now who played a recurring role in Gotham. You might know her as the mother of the one and only Selina Kyle, Catwoman herself. She's Maria Kyle. She's Ivana Milicevic. Ivana, Gotham 2014 to 2019. You appeared for 3 sort of episodes in it, and does it almost feel like a distant memory now, or does it almost feel like, is it so vivid in your memory? Does it almost feel like yesterday when you close your eyes that you can go back and you're there in the cast, there in the set, there in New York shooting again?
If you can believe, it's kind of both at the same time.
Okay.
I can close my eyes and be right back there. It was a really lovely experience. And when I'm in my world here, far away from Gotham, it feels like a long time ago.
And Ivana, you were a recurring role in Gotham, and there's numerous characters have played a recurring sort of role in Gotham. Mm-hmm. And the rule is with Gotham, I suppose, a cat has 9 lives. In Gotham, you have an extra 1 in case of no one sort of ever dies in that sort of TV series. And so many people came onto Gotham with being told that it was a one part gig, a one show gig, and then to find out that Danny and the rest of the directors loved the character, and to be told later, look, we want you back for sort of further episodes again. When you got the role of Maria Kyle, did you know you were going in for 3 episodes, or did you?
I actually did know I was going in for 3. Okay. There was talk of maybe more in the future. But my God, she was so terrible to Selina that I can't even imagine how she'd come back from that.
Mm. But as Maria, you mentioned, Ivana, you mentioned the character Maria Kyle, and she was a sort of like her daughter. She was a grafter, a survivor. She played all the tricks and played all the cards and played everyone as pawns in terms of to try and get one up in life and society. And ultimately, it was a game of sort of cat and mouse with her in terms of she played all her cards, and even family were not akin to that in terms of what she would do in terms of trying to, I would say, succeed in life and to try and forge a better path for herself.
What's the question? Sorry.
Yes, Ivana,
yes, everything you're saying is true.
Yeah, Ivana, the question is the character, the assumption of Maria Kyle for you. Was there any bit of good in her?
I mean, I think unless you're a sociopath, there's always good in there. Maria Kyle is not a sociopath or a psychopath, so there is good. I think she had been gone so long that she had been hardened, but Selina did start to soften her heart. I even think that the end of the script was originally different. I think that in the end, I actually completely screw her over, but I believe that as it ended, I left the money with her.
Yeah.
If you remember.
I think so. Yeah, I do.
It wasn't originally. It was supposed to be that like I trick her and take it and buy. So I'm glad that they, at least didn't make her completely unlikable and horrible and somebody that you could never, ever, ever at all root for. As it is, it's pretty hard to root for Maria, except that she's so broken herself.
Yeah. And Ivana, you were working with young, talented actors and actresses, and they were carrying a big load on their project. Gotham was all over the States at the time, a big cable TV show. It was into a few seasons in when you sort of joined. And did you almost feel like the working with such young actors like David Mazouz and Cameron Bickendova, maybe sort of young, sort of teenage actors at that time? Did you feel, were you taken back by their talents in terms of how they were able to carry such weight on their shoulders?
I mean, I wasn't surprised. You know, you expect professionalism. So I wasn't surprised at their talent. You not expected in a bad way. You're always, I always more surprised by how kind and sweet and talented somebody is. I always like it when I show up to a set, especially when it's not my own show, I'm coming as a guest. I'm always surprised when people are kind, grateful to be there. Because before, when you would work with young actors or actors in general, if they were on a show for 5, 6 years, everybody wanted to leave the show and become a movie star, which is fine and well, but everyone is not going to end up being a movie star. So I just think it's really important, especially in these crazy tough times, to be really grateful with where you are. So I was surprised by how sweet and grateful they were. And yes, talented. And Cameron, I don't know if you know, is an amazing dancer.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
And Ivana, in terms of the director and the producer, what was it working with the likes of Danny Cannon? Did you work with Danny, and did Danny?
Very little. He didn't. Okay. Did he direct my episodes? I feel like when he did direct me, he was there very little. Like I didn't have a lot of scenes, but he was very nice.
And coming onto the set, and I suppose it was an eye-catching set. Another Irish actor there with Donald Logan playing.
I love Donald Logan. He's a friend of mine anyway.
Yeah.
Separately, and I love him. Talk about the kindest, wisest man. And this is his reputation. I remember before I ever met him, when somebody would mention Donald, they'd be like, oh, Donald, like from 20, 30 years ago. He's so special and he's so good.
People actually are blown away by the intelligence of the man. When he seems to know absolutely everything in the world, people say, in terms of conversation. Yes. You could talk about anything.
Anything. And he's completely non-judgmental. So that's what makes it really fun to talk with him too, because you couldn't say anything that he'd go, he's like, oh, amazing. Tell me more about that. You can't throw him, in my experience. Oh, I love him.
And Ivana, for you working on Gotham, what was the working week like from the time you came in for the table read to the final wrap? Were you talking maybe eight days per episode, or were you there for certain days in terms of the scenes and takes? Did you find that you were able to shoot yours particular scenes in maybe 1 or 2 days per the week, per the episode?
Some days I might have worked every single day. I don't think I did. I had some days that were full days, but it wasn't like a nonstop thing. It's a big cast with a lot of scenes. So it's not like, it was grueling for me for days on end, hours on end. It was manageable.
And Ivana, your character didn't really get killed or died in Gotham as sort of such. So you must have been hoping there after the 4th season, when you heard there was going to be a season 5, that there might be an appearance. But did you feel maybe that when the tight schedule and when they found out season 5 was going to be their last, and in terms of trying to wrap up sort of all the angles, that there wasn't an opportunity for Maria to come back in at that stage?
I mean, given how flushed out some of those other really interesting characters are, I'm not really surprised. This kind of thing happens. It's just a matter of, where are the stories going? What do they want to do with their actors, with their main cast? you know, so I'm tied to Cameron's stuff. So if they wanted to do something else with her to facilitate the story, I'm out. But I was very happy that she got her mama. And I was so happy that I got to be her.
Yeah. And Ivana, a sort of difficult question for you now, and I suppose we've asked this to all the cast members. Let's pretend there was a Gotham Encyclopedia, a sort of dictionary as such, and they put your character, Maria Kyle, into that dictionary. And in terms of the synopsis underneath her name, they left 2 blank sentences. And the producers of the encyclopedia, the dictionary, they rang your agent, who got in touch to you and said, we want Ivana Milicevic, who played the role of Maria Kyle, to write that synopsis. What would you like those 2 sentences to read?
Maybe just a lot of one-word sentences, like broken, lost, grifter, mother, liar, trier, failer. Phoenix.
Okay.
Maybe there's like a whole Phoenix element where she could be born into a better person, and become better, a better mother, better human, or at least even more badass or something. I don't know. Maybe help them fight crime. Who knows? Mother and daughter.
Ivana, I know you're here in Ireland at the moment above in County Dola. It's wet and windy outside. I'm just wondering, in terms of 2021 and maybe into 2022, have you completed any other projects or any sort of works that are in the pipeline that might be hitting our TV screens in the near future, or anything in the pipeline and such?
No, because I had been working since I was pregnant, and I was taking 2020 off, and then COVID hit. So I'm just kind of getting back into it now by choice, because now that I have a 3-year-old, it's difficult for me. Ideally, I'd love to get a job that shoots in Ireland.
Okay.
That would be ideal, because I really don't want to split up my family.
Fair City.
Husband, where?
Fair City. It's a TV show in Dublin.
Oh, see,
TV show.
Is it by RTE?
Yes, by RTE.
Oh, I think I'm right by RTE. Well, there's a lot of things shooting here, so we'll see what happens. But I'm now starting to feel a little more open for work, but not if it's going to split up my family too much.
Okay. And Ivana, I suppose finally, for the last minute or two, I suppose I've been asking all the people in terms of a particular story or a particular moment that was special for you, or obviously for the person when they arrived in Gotham. Maybe it was a story or particular memory, maybe when you were shooting in between takes, or a special interaction with a character that an actor or an actress that no one sort of knows about, or a particular sort of funny moment, or when people look to ask you about Gotham, you're like, yeah, I remember for that particular day, or that particular sort of thing that happened, or that particular story.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you want something personal about me that happened during that time, or something on set. On set, we had a very hard time getting my hair curly.
Okay.
Lily Simmons, who plays the grown-up Selena, who's another really, really, really close friend of mine, who's also going to be coming to Ireland very soon, here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
She, like, how she had her hair very, very, very curly to look like Cameron's. They were trying to do that with my hair too, my hair as well, but it didn't work. So there's a little tidbit. So then you got this sort of thing for Maria, which was not the plan. The plan was like curls.
Okay. So that was your sort of memory from your time on Gotham. Is that?
Well, the one I can think of right now. I mean, I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's many more, but I cannot think of it right now.
No problem. Every girl, a hair day is important. A good hair day is important for every girl and every actress, dare I say. Ivana Milicevic, a pleasure talking to you this evening to relive your memories of Gotham, playing the one and only Maria Kyle, the mother of Selena Kyle. You played 3 episodes. You left your mark on the series. It's great to hear that you're currently here enjoying the the Irish sort of culture as such, and it's left its mark on you. And hopefully, please God, we'll see you back on our TV screens in the near future, whether that's here in the Emerald Isle or wherever it may take you. But Ivana Milicevic, a pleasure. Take care and God bless.
Pleasure was mine. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye-bye.